Alright, welcome back everyone. We started a little bit early here, so I'm just scrambling to get everything set up and ready to go, but I think we're squared away. I think we've got it. We haven't been very professional all cast long tonight, so no point starting now.
10 seconds.
But either way, I'm Niz. Welcome to NizCast, and you're watching the Dota 2 Canada Cup right now.
Radiant
where we
team
well, we thought we had finished the regular scheduled games for the group stage, but we did have one group that needed a tiebreaker. We had 3 teams,
10 seconds
all tied
remaining.
for first, and only the top 2 could advance. We had Complexity,
5
eHug, and Not
seconds
Today.
remaining.
Well, this is our 3rd game of that tiebreaker,
Reserve
and
time.
we've lost Complexity. They lost their first 2 games, so they lost against eHug, they lost against Not Today. Now we get to find out which one of these 2 teams between eHug and Not Today gets to finish first and goes on to play Leviathan in the playoffs, and which one finishes second and goes on to play against Summoner's Rift tomorrow. Is it's squaring up to be a good one. Last time these guys played each other. Not Today. Took it, I believe. And they'll certainly look to do it again. As Not Today put on a very interesting performance last game. Maybe it was... They went with an
Dire
interesting
team
draft.
ban.
It was somewhat working at points.
Radiant
And then
team ban.
it just kind of wasn't working overall, and then Complexity, they dressed up the
Dire
game and made it
team
look
pick.
all pretty, and then just gave it to Not Today. That's the only way to describe it. They just threw it away, just gave it right back to Not Today. And you know what, playing against a lineup like Not Today's, it's very easy to throw it away, but yikes, they were making some questionable decisions, and there was 3 or 4 of them in a row that just gave the game completely back to Not Today, when Complexity was
10
looking like they were in a
seconds
very,
remaining.
very good position to win that. But enough about
5
Complexity, they're
seconds
gone.
remaining.
They're done. Eliminated. We've got these 2 teams which aren't, so let's
Reserve
talk about
time.
them, and let's talk about this draft, as we have Axe, Zeus, Quap, and Earthshaker all banned out by eHug. Lena, Clock, Storm Spirit, and Templar Assassin banned out by Not Today. The picks: Troll Warlord, Spirit Breaker, and Ancient Apparition for Not Today. eHug has gone with Sniper, Chen, and well, we await their 3rd pick. So Not Today already looking like they've got Troll, which probably going to be your safe laner. Spirit Breaker probably going to be your off laner, but could be your support. And Ancient Apparition going to obviously be your support. It's eHug. Oh, long time there
Radiant team pick.
going into their reserve time there before they finally decided to pick up the Shadow Shaman. So they've got their 2nd support to go with the Chen. Sniper most likely in the mid lane. Shadow Shaman, I mean, you're perfectly fine already knowing that you've got Chen in the jungle. You only need
Dire team pick.
1 really strong support to zone out a Spirit Breaker, and you've got that with the Shadow Shaman, so you're certainly not pigeonholed into picking a specific carry that's going to be able to handle himself in the lane. As you're up against a Spirit Breaker, it's no big deal. One thing that we're really going to have to look for is, or that Team eHug's going to have to really look for, is making sure that they get a TP
Radiant
purchase
team
on their
ban.
Shadow Shaman early on to counter any kind of ganks that's surely going to be trying to come out from Not Today on that mid
Dire
sniper,
team ban.
which is it's going to be going up against a Tinker. And well, we've already seen Tinker once in this tournament, and that was in our longest game of the tournament, and it sure was a long one. It was a bit of a snoozer. Hopefully we're not going to see that this time around.
10
It
seconds
was a
remaining.
73-minute affair. did not feature either of these teams.
5
In fact,
seconds remaining.
all group long, these teams haven't had very long games. So I don't really expect
Reserve
this one to go
time.
that long either. Tidehunter was the last ban for not today, and Team eHug, they're looking to figure out what their last ban's going to be as they picked up Viper. Which could very well mean that Viper's just going to be... They picked it up right after the Tinker, so maybe they're just going to put the Viper mid, Sniper safe lane. And that actually puts them in a better situation, I think. They have an okay matchup in the mid lane. They've got, well, a better matchup, I guess, with the Viper than they would have with the Sniper. But on top of that, the Sniper is not as vulnerable
Dire team pick.
to Spirit Breaker ganks and stuff like that when he's in the safe lane. It's a lot easier to protect. Shadow Shaman doesn't have to buy that TP early to TP in response, as he's already there. But Lion was the ban from Team eHug. And they were banning out a support because they figured the Spirit Breaker was off lane, just like I did. But it's not. It's a support Spirit Breaker. Is Brood Mama
10 seconds remaining.
was the last pick.
5 seconds
Oh
remaining.
boy. If not today has it their way, this could be a
Reserve time.
long one.
10 seconds remaining.
This could be a very long one. Or I guess if they're left unchecked,
5 seconds remaining.
they could just push you down real quick. Tons of pressure on your lanes, forcing heroes to be moving around all over the place, creating space for Brood to take down towers. Last pick for eHug is going to be a Bristleback. Gives him some good AoE to deal with Broodmother. It's also a hero that's pretty tanky to deal with the Broodmother as well. Not going to get brought down by a lot of Tinker spam. Not vulnerable to Spirit Breaker. Ancient Apparition, yeah, sure, you're going to slow him down, but he's already really fast anyways. And Ancient Apparition's quite vulnerable to Spirit Breaker, or to Bristleback as well if you can get near him. Ice Blast maybe is gonna hurt. Beyond that, like the Troll, I mean Troll's good against everyone, but I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Huh? Okay, so basically they're doing this very different than I thought. Okay, so what's going to happen here is basically, because of the time, set by not today beating eHug. Actually, I'm not 100% sure on this. Because they have to beat the time set before, right? Which, could that potentially push us to game 3? No, right? I don't know. I'm going to take the time here, since we're paused, to quickly look up the rules. Although the rules have been extremely flaky all tournament long. In fact, there is a tie at the end of an event. A head-to-head tiebreaker will occur between the teams. Each match will be a best of one until 2 teams advance. So, I mean, we're effectively going to get that. If a tie still, yes it says that, in place after the tiebreaker matches, then overall time differential in matches will be the deciding factor. We're not going to have a tie. One of the teams is going to win here. Right? That's all it says, by the way. There's nothing more. It doesn't even specify overall time differential. What does that mean? Team that wins the fastest? I don't know. You guys are gonna have to. You guys in chat are gonna have to let me know if you know what's going on, because honestly, this doesn't make much sense to me. So it sounds like Not Today just needs to not lose within 36 minutes and 23 seconds. Because that should line up with, yeah, 36-23 when Not Today won before. You gotta let me know then, Dota Tom. Dota Tom. So, it's weird. So basically what it is I think I figured it out now. So basically, because Not Today beat them earlier on, that still matters. It still matters because they beat them in the group stage. So Not Today has the edge going into that. And they won in 36 minutes and 23 seconds. I'm going to write that down. That could be very important. You guys are probably going to hear me writing this down. You probably heard me mess up when I wrote 36 as well. But so what's going to happen is Not Today has an edge, and basically they're still keeping that advantage true. So now eHug, for them to change this advantage that Not Today already has, they have to beat them within 36-23. If you have any idea what my second monitor looks like, dude, you'd know why I'm using pen and paper. But I also do really like using pen and paper. I like to actually physically write something down. I remember it better that way. Not because I'm actually going to look at it again, but just because the act of writing it down, I just remember it better. Rather than like typing it. It's weird, but whatever. That's how it works. But yeah, so if I understand this right, eHug needs to win within 36-23. Because that's when Not Today beat them. If I go back to their match, right? This is the last time. This is when they played them in the group stage. So Not Today won in 36-23. So this still matters. Because if we go on and play this game, let's forget about all that for a second. If we go on and play this game and eHug wins, it still matters that Not Today beat eHug previously. So then they were effectively tied, if you were to think of that whole thing as a best of three. But it's not a best of three. It would effectively be a best of two, because they're not going to play another game. So there has to be some tiebreaker built into the tiebreaker, which is a time differential. So because Not Today had beat eHug faster than eHug was able to beat Not Today wins the series. It's weird. I think it would be a lot easier if they just said, okay, they just play another game. Or they said, screw what happened in the group stages, because the group stages got you a specific place in the standings so that we got here, and then just wiped all that, and then whatever happens in this best of series, or this tiebreaker series. Either way, we've got what we've got, and this is how they're doing it, which my interpretation of everything is a little bit different. But, I mean, they're running the tournament. Obviously, they know better than I do. But whatever, we'll introduce the teams and the players and get into this. Yeah, that's definitely why they picked Tinker. But anyways, Not Today is going to be on our Radiant side. Miss Cow is going to be on the Spirit Breaker. Smash is going to be on the Tinker. Good luck pushing them down in 32 minutes with a Tinker on their side. Stinger is going to be on the Ancient Apparition. Ifrit's going to be on the Brood Bomb in the top lane. And Van is going to be on the Troll Warlord. Saw him on the Sven last game in the mid lane. As for our dire side, we've got Team eHug. They've got Pandago on the Chen. Infinity is going to be on the Bristleback. Gamer123 is going to be on the Sniper. Sorrow is going to be on the
30
Viper.
seconds to
And
battle.
MJW is going to be on the Shadow Shaman. Well, we've got, we're going to have a little bit of standoff here. Not today. They don't need to take any risks here. Like, there's no reason to really be too forceful and then throw something away here. This is going to be a little bit of a right-click battle here. Who will be able to right-click the rune fast enough? It will be a Frit.
This will come in handy.
He's going to get that on the Broodmother. And looks like he's going to be in the top lane with the Spirit Breaker. So we're going to have a dual lane here coming up from Not Today. So it's going to be the Broodmother and the Spirit Breaker going up against the Bristleback. And I'll get to that in just a second, as maybe we're going to have first blood here in the bottom lane. Stinger's going to get grabbed. And he's going to eat the tree and try to make it through that creep. Almost trying to feed him. But not going to be the case. Smash, as the Tinker, will be going up against the Sniper in the mid lane. And we do have an aggressive tri-lane, or aggressive 2.5 lane. As we've got Viper, Shadow Shaman, and then Chen off in the jungle, going up against the Troll and the Ancient Apparition. The reason eHug is going aggressive here is they know they need to, excuse the pun, smash Not Today. And the best way to do that is to kind of go aggro and kind of hope for the best. Van looking to TP away here. Will he get grabbed? Oh my goodness, I was so close to the shackles going off there from MJW. As Van TPs to the top lane. As yeah, if eHug was able to completely demolish them in that tri-lane and get a bunch of pickoffs, then Not Today would be in a really rough spot. And eHug would already start being in a position where they can start snowballing like crazy as a team, not just one hero, as a team, out of control. But now it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Maybe Infinity's going to have to carry a little bit of that burden. It's going to be hard for him to get going, though, against this tri-lane. But they're going to try to get some pressure onto Smasher in the mid lane using some wraparound tactics from the supports. They do have the smash from the Hellbear Smasher. There's too many smashes going on. A Smash is getting chased down, and he's going to go down. As MJW on the Shadow Shaman gets first blood on, I have to say it again, Smash. Smash, smash. Smash. Misco. And Infinity duking it out. How's our bottom lane going?
Radiant's middle
Ifrit going up
tower is
against
under
Viper now.
attack.
Sorrow on the Viper. Interesting.
Denied.
We're going to see a lot of movement going around on the map. I don't think either team... I don't think eHug's going to be happy with exactly how these lanes are going. Infinity's going to try to get as much as he can, and it's really important for him not to fall behind on this Bristleback. He actually needs to come out looking real good in this laning phase. And I know it's going to be very difficult, but they need to get a bunch on him. So he's got to play greedy, but play restrained as well. Mid lane, how's it going? Smash 13-2 versus 13-1 on Gamer. Even. Viper 17-7, Ifrit 12-2. Okay. Infinity's at 13-0 right now. That's not bad at all on the Bristle. In fact, he's ahead of the Troll. The Troll was kind of locked up in that bottom lane for a little bit. Infinity has always been against 2 or more, so he's doing quite well on this Bristleback. MJW is even going to be doing some stacking and pulling. And it looks like eHug's just said, you know what? We tried to catch him off guard. Didn't happen. They made some rotations, and we just can't go chasing them constantly. We're just going to stay with the lanes and run our 2.5 safe lane. But we're going to get a charge here from Miscow onto MJW. Oh, and they even get a bash proc there. It's going to be a kill. The first kill for the side of Not Today. Stinger was even making a rotation up there, but he wasn't necessary. Smash sitting at 245, 50 gold. 250 gold. So he's even going to bottle up an Invis here, which he'll hold on to, because he's got not only full mana, but he'll hold on to that, and that'll keep him safe from any kind of ganks. Pretty valuable rune for him to get at this point in the game, especially with the stakes.
Shrapnel!
Smash gonna get right click down there. This is a really weird game because you just feel like eHug is so far behind because they have to find a way to win in 32 minutes. 36 minutes and 23 seconds. There we go. That's why I wrote it down. Svan's going to try to bully Infinity here, but Infinity's going to have none of it. Looks like we're going to have a rotation from the two supports on eHug one more time. They're going to try to get a gank here. It's going to be... They're going to attempt to go for it on the Broodmother. It's going to be a very hard target to go for. But Sorrow has softened him up a little bit. MJW just popped out of smoke. Will he be able to get the opening off? He gets the dust off, and that'll allow them to get the kill. There is a return kill there from the Broodmother. But in the top lane, not today, getting a kill on Infinity. Now it's... Oh, we even have another return kill on the bottom. As Ifrit gets another
middle tower is under attack.
with the spiderlings? Really? We're even gonna have the snipe coming in from Gamer onto the Ancient Apparition. Sorry, I saw the debuff and I didn't look at it. There's too many things going on here. I'm trying to think of what eHug can do here and what exactly. This is a very weird concept. For a Dota game right now. Definitely much different than we're used to seeing. Not today. He's going to look to go on Infinity one more time. He's trying to find that line between playing as greedy as possible, but playing safe. Misko's actually just going to TP away because he realized he's not going to be in a good position. Infinity will go down. Misko will be able to successfully get that TP off.
An article
Smash gets it with the heat-seeking missile.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, not today looking, obviously, in a really good position here. They haven't lost any of their towers yet. Oh, Smash is going to get CC'd up here. Good play by MJW. Hiding off to the side there, getting a good initiation off. That's a really important pick-off for eHug, is now they're going to be able to take some towers down. Look, we've got two Dark Troll Summoners getting controlled by Pandago. And yes, these are great for ensnare, but the ability to raise dead is actually really underestimated. The amount of damage these skeletons put out, they're incredibly fragile, but they do 24 damage a hit. It's ridiculous.
Trouble's over.
Infinity. On his respawn, TP to the bottom lane, managed to get a kill on the Bristleback. Or on the Broodmother. Now in the top lane, Van trying to go on Sorrow. Sorrow will get the kill, despite the fact that he even got bashed by Misko. Will even get a second, as well. It's not just going to be him, as we've got the rotation from Pandago, MJW, and Gamer123. As now they're going to look to take this top tier 1 tower. MJW is going to make a rotation back towards the top rune and bottle this 8-minute rune up. Will he just go mid and soak up XP? He may. Or will he just go back up top and join his team? The reason I say he may want to go mid is to soak up a little bit of XP so that he can get 6 so that they have Mass Serpent Wards for another push. But he's just going to come up here and join up with his team. Probably the right decision in the end because because there's a Spirit Breaker on the other side. And had he gone mid, he would have just got charged and probably taken a fall. Well, the tier 1 will go down. Now we have 2 sets of Arcane Boots getting brought out, and Van now is going to get trapped. Playing a little greedy there. Now we're going to have a charge from Misko, just going to push back MJW, but they're not going to be able to get the kill on the Spirit Breaker. But eHug now looks to take a tier 2.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Meantime, in the bottom lane, Ifrit's going to be pushing that bottom tier 1 to try to get a little bit of gold back for not today. So you know what? If eHug's going to be pushing, they're going to get all this tower gold and they're going to start snowballing on this tower gold. We're going to need some of our own. Misko's going to charge through. He's actually charging on an MJW. And he's just going to get completely seed up and then bursted down. Maybe if he was on Pendago, he would have been able to get a kill, but I'm pretty sure his fate would have been the same. Bottom lane, Infinity once again killing Ifrit.
You good.
Stinger getting quite low, but we'll be okay. He already got hit by the Assassinate. But we're going to see a lot of action coming out here, and you know, Sorrow just picked up a mech. That means more
Radiant's
pushing is
bottom
definitely
tower
going to be
is
on the
under
way.
attack.
As they're under the clock. Or they're on the clock, or I don't know. Whatever it's called, they're on it. Infinity, even after killing that Bristleback, he's even putting pressure on the tower by himself. He's got the bottom tier 1 quite low. But he needs to be careful. This guy's, oh, he's actually going to get a haste too. But if he charges into this, he could be in a bad situation.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Chen's not quite with him. MJW is actually going to get sent back to Fountain.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Looks like this bottom tier 1 tower is going to go down.
Radiant's bottom
But it's important that
tower is
Infinity
under
and Sorrow
attack.
both get out of here alive.
Radiant's bottom tower has
It doesn't
fallen.
look like Not Today has devoted enough heroes down here to punish them for it. So they should be okay. Going to get an urn on the Chen. It's actually quite interesting that they chose to put the mech on the Viper instead of the Chen. And the reason they did that is because they knew that they were going to be able to get more farm on the Viper, and the mech would actually come out faster on the Viper. It's going to actually hurt your lineup a little bit because the Viper's not going to have more items to fight, but you're perfectly fine with it. It's more important for
Dire's
Chen to be
middle
more
tower
active.
is under
You
attack.
also need to get Arcane Boots to add to the mana pool because you're going to constantly be using them to nuke down lanes and
Dire's
to be
bottom
pushing down
tower is
towers.
under attack.
So you need 2 sets rather than
Roshan
you typically
has
only need
fallen
1
to the
on the team,
Dire.
as MJW picked up the other.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
But with Roche going down,
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Aegis is going to go on the Sniper. They'll look to push, and it looks like they're
Dire's
just going to march down
structures are
mid. They don't
fortified.
care about these other lanes getting pushed down. As Ifrit has already taken the bottom tier 1. Van's trying to take down the top tier 1. Ifrit doesn't have any
Dire's
way of
top
coming
tower
back,
is
so
under
if they
attack.
do get into a fight, it is going to be 5v4 in eHug's favor. Gamer 1, 2, 3. We'll find a kill. 5v3 now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Back Misko's up here as well. He'd be
Dire's
charging from a little bit of an
structures are
awkward
fortified.
situation. And Infinity's just going
Radiant's
to TP
middle
back
tower
to
is
stop the
under
Brood Mother,
attack.
as we've seen. Well, we haven't seen, but earlier in this game, in terms of the text that has come up, it is said that he has killed him twice.
Radiant
Unfortunately, I missed
structures
both those
are
kills. And
fortified.
the Glyph's going to come out. Will they be able to get the last hit on the tower? They will. No deny coming out
Radiant's middle
for
tower
Not Today.
has fallen. Dire's top tower
12 and a
is
half
under
minutes
attack.
into this game now. Van's still pushing the top lane. He's got Miskow up there protecting him. Sorrow's going to come up and try to defend. We're going to get a TP coming in from the Sniper. Ooh, that was actually very, very close. Had this Viper been a little bit further back. Van tried to TP out, but gets interrupted by the Sniper ultimate. Miskow doesn't move at all, trying to help his Sniper, or trying to help his Troll there, as I don't think he would have been able to help him anyways. But eHug find another kill. And certainly they're playing well, but we're 13 minutes in. 23 minutes left. I feel like I should have a timer on the stream. If we pause, I'll try and get that set up. But I have a feeling we're not gonna get a pause. But yeah, anyways, just I'll just keep reminding you, 36:23 is the time that eHug needs to win. If you're just joining us and you don't understand why, it's because of the tie-break situation. It's a little confusing, but that's the time that Not Today would beat eHug in the group
Radiant's
stage.
top tower
And
is
because this is
under
a
attack.
tiebreaker, eHug then needs to beat them before that time. So tier 2 is going to go down here.
Radiant's top tower
Just
has
one
fallen.
outside tower left standing. It's the bottom tier 2. And will eHug make a rotation for it? Which they may. Buy
Dire's
themselves a little
middle
bit more
tower
time.
is
As
under attack.
MJW is going to find a solo kill here onto Van. In fact, he may not have even gotten that, but Gamer's there to cover him. he picks him off.
Dire's middle tower has been denied.
Let's go now up in the top lane. Ifrit. Oh, trying to get the
Dire's
career. He'll find it.
courier has been killed.
Didn't have anything on it, but still. It's more gold going not today's side. And that's
this'll
gold that
come
they
in
can
handy.
definitely definitely afford to have. As they need all that they can get to try to defend against the onslaught that's going to be coming up from eHug. MJW trying to find another solo kill. Stinger's just off to the side. Has thrown out an Ice Blast. Misco will probably TP away here. Stinger's going to try to protect him. Infinity throws out a Quill Spray. Oh, not in range, but MJW is able to get him with the Ether Shock, and they're going to get able to get another kill onto Stinger. Smash is getting caught out as well. It's 3 kills going the way of eHug. They lost their Chen, but now they may have created an opportunity where they can push. It's not really that important that they got the kill on the AA and the Spirit Breaker. Obviously, that's great. But what matters is that they got the kill on the Tinker, and that means he can't lay down the March of the Machines. So what they'll probably do is they'll push down top, and look, they're just forced out a buyback. Because Tinker wasn't going to be up for about 20 seconds there, so they were going to get some good damage on the tier 3s.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So Smash bought back. Interesting. But definitely, like, that's playing to the objective and what the win condition is in the game, which is a little bit different than we typically see, but certainly not today's not going to GG out of this.
My ancestors!
They're going to wait for their throne to fall because it's timer based. But Misco will find a kill on the Shadow Shaman, but the Shadow Shaman will also find a kill onto him as the Serpent Wards brought him down after the fact. This is one of the things that Broodmother can do really well is if you take a look at the minimap, and it just kind of gets drawn out right now by Pandago, but you look at all the Broodmother webs and how they basically form a ring almost entirely around the outside of eHug's base. And what that allows Ifrit to do is move around from lane to lane like he's kind of doing right now. But he's able to move around and have an impact on each and every one of those lanes that he wants to go for. And basically what he can do is completely cut off the creep wave and wipe it out himself to make sure that there's no creep wave backing up any kind of push that eHug tries to mount in a single lane. It's frankly really scummy, but it's pretty much the best rat you can do. Best rat counter push that you can do. It's not probably the best way to go on and actually win the game,
Dire's top tower
as you're
is
going to
under
fall
attack.
behind most likely in terms of farm as the Broodmother, and you can certainly be punished for it, but not in this game because eHug, they're on that timer. They got to keep pushing. Less than 20 minutes left.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
eHug will look to push this bottom tier 2
Radiant's
tower and
bottom
bring it down,
tower is under attack.
as they should be able to bring it down
Dire's
easily
top
without
tower is under
not today
attack.
being able to defend here. Infinity once again will TP back to try and defend against
Dire's
Ifrit's
middle
push.
tower is
But
under
ooh,
attack.
Spirit Breaker was going to charge in. He canceled, but he canceled on the wrong side of the trees. He's just going to go down.
Tower is under attack.
Ice Blast will fly and won't land on the Rasta. So he'll get away
Radiant's
alive.
bottom tower has
And the tier 2
fallen.
goes down.
Dire's middle tower is
Spirit
under
Breaker,
attack.
with that death, actually ended up buying a Hand of Midas, and then, oh, okay, he dropped in the fountain. I was going to say, where the hell did it go? He dropped it in the fountain, and I really question a Hand of Midas pickup in this situation.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Oh my gosh, if we got the courier again. But I really question the Midas in this situation, because Midas is a later game item. You're not getting to the late game. This game's over before the late game. I mean, it's at the start of the late game. You need to be able to fight now. Well, We got action in the top lane as Infinity will force Smash to TP away, but that's to be expected. My cat is obviously a little pissed off with how this game's going. Pandago will get picked off by Ifrit, and you can't help but feel that eHug is just in a little bit of a helpless position here. This Broodmother pick is proving to be very, very big. They just can't push. They can't push because the Broodmother is constantly wiping out their creep waves. As Infinity could take a fall here. He's very tanky, but not tanky enough.
I'm building a
eHug is going for Roche while this is going on. Will Ifrit be able to take that out? He's just patrolling back and forth. He's gonna wipe out another creep wave. And he's single-handedly keeping the push going. And Smash will get the bottom tier 2 tower, or at least he'll allow his creeps to.
Bottom tower has fallen.
Roche is about to fall. MJW actually dropped the wards there. Roche is getting pretty damn close. Ice Blast will fly in.
Roshan has fallen to the
Now that's an Aegis for the sniper, and this is getting to a moment where I think they're just gonna have to death push.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And yeah, the Brood's gonna punish you, but you just have to go and completely just wipe them and just end the game. How do you do that when there's a Tinker on the other side that's just laying down a bunch of March of the Machines? And look at Smash. He knows what he's doing. Constantly keeping buyback. In fact, let's see how many buybacks we actually have on the Radiant side. A is holding buyback, Spirit Breaker's holding buyback, Troll's holding buyback. The only one who isn't is now Smash, as he just bought something. It says he has buyback though. Oh, because he's still on cooldown. MJW's gonna go down to the Spiderlings.
I could kill you with 5 eyes closed.
What a weird situation. Well, I'll take a look at the net worth for us, as it's eHug. You know, this is that gold I was talking about snowballing off towers, and they definitely worked, but it just got brought right back, and that part of that was the fact that Not Today is now claiming those towers as well, evening it up. As both teams
has been killed.
Oh my goodness. Both teams have lost all their outer towers. Ifrit has managed to catch the courier 3 times. But yeah, now you saw the gold graph basically back to 0. And this was kind of it. Like eHug needed to down here. They just needed to win the game. Just run all over Not Today at some point, and I don't know how you do that. Like this Broodmother is just. How do you do it against the Broodmother? Under 10 minutes now for
Dire's
eHug.
bottom tower is
No,
under
actually,
attack.
not quite 10 minutes.
Condemned
It's actually
to
missed a
death.
kill. Pandago got a kill on the Spirit Breaker, who was quite low.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Smash will TP back. He needs to make sure he's back in time to lay those March of the Machines down. There is a possibility that he gets there a little late,
Radiant's middle tower
and
is
eHug's
under
able
attack.
to push up really far and pick him off.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And he actually, he spent. He doesn't have enough for buyback. If they do pick him off, this will be huge.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
He did get quite low there. Will he even tick out? He may. Oh my goodness, he just ticked out. The blade mail
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
from the
Dire's
sniper
top
just
tower
got the
has
kill
fallen.
onto Smash. I think he just
Radiant's
threw
middle
by
barracks are under
buying
attack.
out there.
Dire's
If
top
eHug's able to
barracks
keep
are
pushing
under
here
attack.
and end the game, oh my goodness, that would have been a huge mistake. And now Misko steps up and he's gonna get picked off. Oh really? Yeah. Okay. He will take out. I don't know if eHug's gonna be able to push the tier 4s though. Certainly they're not going to be able to bring them down
Radiant's
before
middle barracks
Smash
are
is
under
back up.
attack. Radiant's
But they do
middle
have
barracks
racks down.
has
This is
fallen.
important. Well, Infinity was back defending, but he got the kill on the Bristle, or on the Broodmother, and he actually bought Boots of Travel. So he'll be able to jump on back down here and help his team. But looks like they're going to have to
Dire's
retreat. They
bottom
got some good
tower
damage
is
on this
under
tier
attack.
4 though. Brought it down to about half. Keep in mind, 36-23 is the time that they need to win by. What a strange game. Strange game. I'm sorry if I'm like, this is not like a usual cast. I'm just like trying to put it all together. And just, I'm almost just sitting here soaking it all in, and it's certainly, it's enjoyable but frustrating to watch at the same time, and I think you guys are probably feeling the same thing. I think it's one of those things where, like, you know, no matter which team you're cheering for, you want to see the other team almost get it. You want that, like, coming down to the wire, the timer, and then pushing the throne. At least that's what I'm hoping for. I think that would be fantastic. But we're gonna have a second blade mail. This time it's going to get purchased by the Viper.
Dire's bottom tower. Dire's bottom
You do have to be
tower
careful
has
when you
fallen.
use the blade mail to kill the Tinker. So we're going to pick off on Stinger here. NizCast will charge in, trying to help his AA. He'll actually be able to Shadow Blade away. Buyback comes out from the AA.
Radiant's
Tier 3's gone
bottom tower
down.
has fallen.
Will they get the
Dire's
melee
bottom
racks?
Dire's bottom barracks has
Need to
fallen.
be careful though, Ifrit. He's done some damage here in the bottom lane. He's dropped a set of racks as well. The top racks are also exposed. The tier 3's down. They're going to lose their sniper. MJW is going to go down as well. The Serpent Wards, will they bring down the racks? They may even bring down the A first, yeah. And they're going to get the racks.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
Ifrit's going to take some damage, but he'll be okay. So yeah, so now we've got the bottom racks gone. And the top tier 3 gone. In terms of eHug's base. In terms of not today's base, the mid racks are gone. The bottom melee racks, and of course the tier 3 are. On top of that, one of the tier 4s is down just below half HP. 36-23. I know I'm going to keep repeating that over and over again, but that's the only thing that matters right now. 36-23. It's the time that they need to win by. Gold graph, it's hovering around 0, and I honestly don't expect it to go any, like, drastically in any direction. No one's really farming here. Everyone's just doing what they can to maintain the lanes. I guess they are farming, but it's all about lane control. It's all about making sure that you don't get picked off, and this is crazy play. That was potentially crazy play coming up from Misko. Yeah, he's just gonna TP home. A little bit nutty for him to try and make a play like that. I cannot believe that Smash bought out and he didn't have buyback. I really wonder if he didn't have buyback there, would they have been able to take mid racks? Hard to say. Infinity might get caught out here. He's already got Nether Striked. And bashed. Oh, he's gonna get bashed again. Yeah, he's gonna go down. Meanwhile, though, Gamer's on the hunt here. He will find Stinger. So they will get a return kill. Not as valuable as a target, but a return kill nonetheless. Oh, he had a gem. And yeah, it'll get dropped on the ground. Smash will take it and walk away. Unfortunately, eHug I'm not aware of that gem.
I bind you.
Well, they may find a kill here on Van, as he's been shackled up and getting attacked by the serpent wards. NizCast
Dire's
canceled
top
his
barracks
TP
are
and ends
under
up on the
attack.
high ground.
Dire's
Pull his
structures
TP
are
back.
fortified.
Now, Ifrit putting pressure on the top, realizing that for sure there's going to be some kind of defense. And he's just going to TP back to play it safe. He's going to get the range racks.
Dire's top barracks.
So
has
we've got
fallen.
the mid lane racks down and the bottom lane melee racks down. Then on the other side we've got the bottom lane racks down, and the top
Dire's
lane
top barracks
it's the
are under
range
attack.
racks down, not the melee racks. It's the range racks. Melee racks are always in the bottom position. Ice Blast will fly onto Roche. Get all three, but eHug should be able to get
Dire's
this no
top
problem.
barracks are under attack.
Spiderlings keep trying to bring down this melee racks. And
Roshan has fallen.
Infinity
to the
will
dire.
probably just come up here and defend. And allow the melee racks to
This will
heal
come in
up. But can
handy.
he afford to spend that much time up there? 6 minutes exactly from now they have to win. In the end, both these teams are going to advance, but obviously you want the higher seed. One team plays Summoner's Rift, the other team plays Leviathan. Both are good teams. But I mean, I think you'd rather play Leviathan in that situation, and certainly whoever finishes first plays Leviathan. Ifrit's going to claim the second set
Dire's
of
top
racks.
barracks has fallen.
This Broodmother proving to be a very strong pick, but so is the Tinker. Charge coming out from the Spirit Breaker. This could be it.
I slough off.
We've already lost the Shadow Shaman.
Hand of
NizCast's gonna go down, so the Spirit Breaker's gone. Will we? No. Yay, manages to TP away. Smash will continue to lay down those Marches of the Machines. You just have to be careful though, because of all those blade mails. As he takes a bunch of damage, but Gamer takes some damage to deal that damage. The first tier 4 goes down. The second tier 4 is going down quickly.
my form.
Gamer still has Aegis, remember. They try and make sure that they're in a good position here. NizCast will charge and get the kill onto Pandago. The Aegis has been used by the snipers. He'll be back up in a second. They do get the kill onto Smash, but he's got buyback this time, as he'll buy back immediately. And now eHug will back, and now they have to look to just regroup and push again, but Pandago,
God give it.
well, he just bought back because he had to defend against Ifrit, but Ifrit then just kills him. And now Infinity will look to get a return kill here. Sorrow will buy back, as they're going to get the kill onto the Broodmother. Broodmother, does she have buyback? She does. What it wasn't pointing out is that these melee racks, or these mid racks, were taken by the Broodmother. The top racks are already gone. The bottom racks are already gone. It's megas. NizCast will get picked off here.
I return between the planes.
As Not Today's going a little crazy trying to make sure that they keep pressure on. But eHug, this is the moment where they have to charge down the lane and end it. And I think they're going to have to do it without Infinity. Look, Not Today's, they're just going for the win. They've got Shadow Blades. They're just going to run in here and try and kill Infinity, or maybe just go for the base. Dire Curry get picked off once again, as Van managed to pick that off as he's in behind them. Pandago will respawn once again, try to run down and meet up with his teammate, but Van's there to pick him off. He knows. The Pandago's trying to do that. He's going to cut off the creep wave, and now he's going to go after the Chen. This feels like this is a kill happening on the map, but it feels so unimportant. As Ifrit's going to try to push down there, but I need to look down here. As they will get a kill onto Smash, he can't come back. It's going to be a base race, but the throne is already taking damage. And we've already got a glyph on this side. TPs will come back. Not Today's just going to take it. The GGs will get called. Yeah, Infinity clearly pissed off by the time rules. Wow. It definitely made for an interesting game. I can't say that I like it. I cannot say that I like it, but it definitely made for an interesting game. Well, Not Today takes that one, and that means they finish first in the group of Group C, and they will be playing up against Leviathan in one of our quarterfinals for the playoffs. eHug finishes second with that loss, and they'll end up playing up against Summoner's Rift, which should start tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. Let me double check that before I sign off and give you guys the wrong time. As I'm going to quickly check and make sure that that time is indeed correct. So April 27th, which is tomorrow, time 2100 EDT, which should be 9 p.m. Eastern. Or we'll have our first quarterfinals and our start of the playoffs between eHug and Summoner's Rift. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed the cast today. I know it was a little bit of a goofy one, and certainly that final game was quite different, and I was just kind of enjoying watching it, and just the fact of it was so different than what we normally expect to see in a Dota game. So in that regards, it made it interesting, but maybe I would have liked to see just kind of a normal game between these two. But it was interesting to see eHug really try to push that, and Not Today. I mean, with their draft, it's pretty good at holding base, but they almost they won with the base race at the very end there. It didn't even get to the time limit of 23. I'm still getting the time wrong. But that's going to wrap it up for me tonight. Thanks everyone for watching. Once again, I'm Niz. This was the conclusion of the Dota 2 Canada Cup group stage. We're going to be starting the playoffs tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully you'll come in and check that out. Make sure you hit the follow button on twitch.tv/NizCast to do so. Also hit me up with a follow on Twitter at NizCast, and subscribe to my YouTube channel where I upload all the VODs from everything I've cast, including this game, on youtube.com/NizCast. That's going to do it for me tonight. Thanks everyone for watching. Have a good one. See you tomorrow.